Natasha. Today is probably going to be the last video of me in this apartment, and also the last video of me in this kitchen, obviously. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to do my lock update. I didn't do a 7-month lock update. I'm not sorry. You know, I know there's people who are watching my journey or might be using my journey to reference what their journey is gonna look like, etc, etc. I know I was and still do sometimes. You know, you're gonna see me peeping other people's 8-month locked videos to see how mine compares with theirs. But the reason I didn't do a 7-month lock update was because after month 6, month 7 looked just the same. Now I'm starting to see some changes, so I thought there was an actual point in showing you, but there really wasn't a point in month 6, but I mean month 7. But if you really want to see what my hair looked like then, you can still watch my other videos that are not centered on hair, but you can see my hair in them. Just saying. So anyways, this is what we're looking like right now. I went to work today. All my students said, "Teacher, you look like a police officer," because I guess this is what the Korean uniform, police uniform, looks like. It's like a similar color or whatever. I don't know. I think this top is cute. I got it from my friend. Thanks, Junie. What has changed? First of all, I remember the last update I did in month 6. I was telling you guys how I really wasn't seeing any kind of change in the front of my head. Like nothing was happening. It was just twists plus interlocked roots. But now it's starting to do a some, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some bunching. There's some kind of some budding, there's some knotting, there's some tangling, there's some frizz, but I'm loving it. I actually love it. And you know, I think also another thing is that I'm really loving my journey a lot more with black hair. Like the things that bothered me about my hair before, I think in black it doesn't bother me. Like for example, for example, okay, my hair is actually a little bit uneven. On this side, my hair is a little bit longer than this side. I think that has to do with just the way that my hair is shrinking as it locks. Like I think this side might just be locking a little faster. I sleep on this side of my body, so I think it's going through more friction and it's just locking faster. And you know, as your hair locks, it shrinks. So that being said, this side's a little bit longer. When it was multicolored, with black roots, then brown, then blonde tips, I felt like it was more obvious that it was uneven. You guys will probably watch and be like, no, it wasn't obvious. It was obvious to me. And if you're on my Instagram and you're seeing the pictures I post, obviously I get to pick the angle, right? I get to choose how it looks. So I can do this in a picture and bam, it looks even, but my head is tilted, right? I wasn't taking pictures straight up like this unless my hair was back in a ponytail or a bun or something, because I didn't want it to be obvious that my hair is uneven, and I don't want to cut it. And now I don't mind at all. Like I feel like it's less noticeable that it's uneven, and if people do notice, I don't care as much, I guess. Am I doing anything special to take care of it now that I've dyed it? No. I'm doing the same stuff that I was doing before, which is aloe vera juice, oils, rose water. Not in that order, but that's all I put in my hair every day. Every once in a while, I do put in the leave-in conditioner that I showed y'all in that one video, that I'll put a little eye here if you want to see. Yeah, I do sometimes use the leave-in conditioner, but as I said, I put it in and I rinse it out just like regular conditioner, partially because I own it, so I didn't want to waste it. I don't want buildup though, so I don't leave it on my hair. I just put it in for smell. It smells good. So when I put that stuff in my hair, it smells good. I'm probably going to have more time between retightenings because I am lazy. I don't want to keep retightening my hair all the time, and now that it's starting to kind of lock, I feel like it's not what's it called when it gets loose? Unraveling? Slipping. I feel like I'm not experiencing much slippage. I wasn't experiencing much slippage from the beginning, but now I'm experiencing even less, so I feel like there's no reason for me to retighten frequently. Now the very front of my hair, I do like to keep it right, keep it tight. So the front of my hair, as you can see, looks more or less fresh, more or less. Okay, I know it doesn't look that fresh, but this front row, maybe the front 2 rows, I do give a little care, try and do those every 4 weeks or maybe even every 3 weeks, just because these parts still do experience slippage. So as such, I try to keep them done more often. But the rest of my hair, if you look like, let's see, let's take a random one from the middle of my head. There's more than enough room here for my whole finger to fit in the roots, and I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna retighten it anytime soon still. All I do is just after I get it wet, I make sure that I go through and make sure they're not trying to marry with each other. Another reason why I'm not retightening anytime soon is because I want to wait until I get some money and I want to see a professional and let her retighten my hair. Now, it's true that I really don't care about having a perfect grid or any of that, but what I do care about is making sure each lock has enough hair to last, basically. And right here, I have some hair that has separated from a lock, and I can't see that part of my head. There's nothing I could possibly do to be able to see this part of my head. No mirror, no nothing. So I really can't see. I can feel how thin this lock feels, but I still don't know if it needs this hair to be added to it, if this hair is enough to make its own lock. I can't see that kind of stuff, so I need a professional up in my head. Y'all can offer me advice in the comment box if you like, but most likely, what are those lines? Most likely, I'm just gonna do what it do. Hold on. My camera was doing weird things. I hope that all the footage I just did is still usable, because if it has those lines on the screen, I'm sorry, but we still using that footage. Okay, I have one lock right here in the front area of my head. Do you see this lumpy bump? I made that. That is 3 knots. 3 knots. Focus, please. I made 3 knots here to save this lock because it's clearly got a thin spot. And even though it seemed totally strong and fine, like the thin spot seemed sturdy enough, but just in case, you know, just in case. So I made some knots. Anything else? Pretty much just some budding that's finally taking place in the front of my head. So like, where did it go? Here we're seeing some budding like that. That's a change. That looks the same, but this one's budding right here, right? A little bunching over there. There's some right there. That looks nice. Okay. Yeah, look at that lumpy bump. I like that. Plus, okay, you guys haven't even seen the back. You know, the back was going through the most changes. It is doing things, guys. Wait till you see the back of my head. I'm about to show you. The back of my hair, some of these still have a lot of stretch, you know, they're still locking, they're still doing some things. Remember this one? Lumpy bump? It has gotten pretty First of all, it's not stretching so much anymore, right? I'm pretty sure it's done shrinking, hopefully. It's gonna start condensing soon. A lot of these are like that. They're bumpy still. I think they're gonna start condensing soon because they don't have any stretch in them anymore. They're not like still ringlets of hair that can stretch and go back in. Like they're done. If I yank it, it's just gonna rip hair. So that's cool. A lot of the ends are even starting to really seal. Then if we go all the way to the very, very back row, you know where those were never combed out. They were always braids. They never got unbraided and turned into twists. Let's see about that section of my head, okay? Oof. Look at that, buddy. Remember, this was my favorite, and you can tell it's my favorite because it's the one that has a little knot and a gap and then the rest of the lock. But it's not stretchy anymore. I think this is just what this one's gonna look like. Like, you can see interlock, 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 and then up to here is where it was braided. And it doesn't look like a braid at all. It's beautiful. Look at that. It's beautiful. And can you see how much root I have here? My finger can fit in there. Beautiful. This one's real short because it's in the middle of my angled bob. But look! And no curly end. It's done. This is a lock. Lock right here. This is probably what it's really gonna look like. I think it might be done. This is maybe a mature lock. I want to say maybe because I don't want to be like, my lock is mature and like just sound ignorant if I'm wrong. Like, it might still be going through other changes, but I think that's an adult lock right there. So I'm really excited. All right, my hair has gone through some changes and yeah, okay. So, but to be honest, most of the hair on my head, most of it still is, you know, curly ends, frizzy ends, obvious twist, and not so much, you know, a lock. Most of it looks like this. But this is pretty too. And I just appreciate it now so much more now that it's all black. This is what we looking like. Now I'm gonna do a 360, right? 360, yeah, 360. I'm gonna do a 360. I'm gonna show y'all around my whole head. When I dyed it a couple of days ago, when I first dyed it, I did miss some spots. So I tried to like film that, but there was a patch right here in the back left quadrant of my head where I literally just missed a big old chunk of hair. And not big, a small chunk of hair. It was only like 7 or 8 locks, but some of them still had blonde tips, some of them had black, then this brown, then black again, and that wasn't cute either. So I went back and I fixed it. Now I think I've got all of it. Some of you might not agree with me doing 2 dyeing processes back to back like that, but I've always believed my hair can handle it. Like, my hair really can handle a lot, and I know because I used to push the boundaries when I was younger. So I used to, back when I was still on the creamy crack, you know, back when I was still relaxing my hair, I used to go relax, bleach, relax, bleach, relax. Cause I was trying to get, cause I was a nerd and I was an anime nerd, and I was trying to get white, like white, like paper towel white, like this wall white hair. And I wanted to be able to spike it up in all directions. If I can find a picture, not of me, because I'm not showing y'all that side of me, that was not cute, but if I can find a picture of what I was going for, it's not a real person. in real life my hair will never be that color, but that's what I was going for. You know what the heck? Let me show you what I actually look like. I know. You know, yeah, we go through phases. Kids, right? So that is why I know what extent of punishment my hair can handle, okay? I literally did that until it fell out and I had to shave my head. It was cute. I looked cute bald, so you can't tell me nothing about that. And I ain't even mad at it. I'm glad that I went through that so that I had to know that I had a good head for bald. And that way I can do whatever I want with my hair now and know that worst comes to worst, if it all falls out, I look cute bald, so it's fine. The point of my story was that not everybody should do what I do, okay? So just because I put my hair through, I dyed it black and then I dyed it black again, doesn't mean you should do that, okay? I'm not advising other people to do that. If you don't know what extent of punishment your hair can take and at what point it will fall out of your head, maybe don't do that. Let me go ahead and finally, for real, do my 360 and get out of here, because I know someone out there is tired of hearing my voice. They didn't come here for this. They came here for the hair. But if you're not tired of hearing my voice, plug real quick, okay? My voice is on SoundCloud. I have 2 original songs and 1 cover, and the cover is admittedly poor quality because I mixed it myself. But the original songs that I wrote, because I'm a singer-songwriter, okay, I didn't compose the music to them, but I wrote the lyrics and sang them. You can check out my SoundCloud, which will be linked below. Here's my hair. So, bye.